So the goal has to be to build trust. How do we build trust? I have a simple framework for like, how do we take this content IP, this problem? And the thing is, you might solve 5 problems. So maybe over time you have 5 different pieces of content IP. But the easiest way is once you know the problem you solve and you have a piece of IP for it, we're gonna keep harping on 5 different types of content. The first is just talking about the problem over, and over. I can't talk about checkbox marketing one time on LinkedIn and be like, oh, that really resonated with people, and never talk about it again. I have to look for examples of it, talk about it over and over again. So the first is just like talk about the problem. The second is talk about the first roadblock to the problem. Almost every marketer skips that second one. They skip the roadblock. They're like, yeah, problem. And again, our technology is the solution. Mistake. There's not enough of a bridge there. So talk about the problem, talk about the roadblock to the problem, give them a template to solve the problem themselves. This could be an actual template, a Google Sheet, a Google Doc, or a slide or something, or it can just be a way of thinking about something, right? It could be a visual or verbal template. When I was selling a lot of SEO services, which is still like a core of what I sell to clients, I was like, one of the roadblocks is none of them can explain SEO to their CEO. It's too complicated, right? They give them this long, weird answer. We're going to pursue SEO and Google, and it's a black box and all this other, like their CEO's like, I don't get it. You're not getting the money. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So they need a way to explain. The roadblock is they can't explain it to their CEO. Why don't I give them that? Why don't I invent the I am framework? SEO is simple. It's 3 different things. It's intent, it's asset, and it's medium. I am. Super easy. I've helped them solve the roadblock. They can now explain to executives what SEO is, how it works. 3 simple steps, right? So it's name the problem, talk about the roadblock to the problem, give them a template to solve the problem, and then talk about a customer story. Who have you solved this for in the past, right? And then last, and this is my favorite one, is do a bit of journalism, do a bit of exploring. Talk about how somebody else is solving the problem. Not a client, not a customer, just somebody else out in the wild. Do some digging, find some interesting stuff. One of my favorite things I ever found and shared was what HubSpot did before they were an SEO monster. That website is a beast for search. What did they do before that though? How did they get their first customers? People would be surprised. I did the same thing with ConvertKit. The information's out there. Listen to a couple podcasts, send a couple DMs to people, that sort of stuff. How did they solve this thing that we now have IP for? Is this good content marketing? We're just building trust. Oh, cool. You did the digging to find out how other people solve this problem. Thanks. I appreciate that. I trust you more.